Guten Morgen, muchachos. How are you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. In today's Digest Daily, I'm going to be telling you how ONANA is inevitable for Manchester United. Basically, him and Manchester United, a match made in heaven. He is the Thanos to Manchester Goddamn United. Also, just give you up with the league. I think the league is done and dusted. Of course, the focus for the Arsenal and everybody else in this world is this coming week where we are ready for the Champions League second legs. Quarterfinal second legs, they're going to be deadly. They're going to be viral. Some upsets are about to happen. So yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, now, on Saturday, of course, we had the early kickoff between Manchester City and Crystal Palace. And it's a crazy game that I watched, to be honest. I mean, Crystal Palace were 2-0 up in no time when the game began. And you're like, yo, what's going on here? I mean, you know Manchester City are bad, but 2-0 down in the first 20 minutes. Come on now. But yeah, they, what do you call it? They curated a comeback and they won that game 5-2. Man, a crazy game. 7 goals in the early kickoff. That was crazy. They did not see that coming. Of course, we know Crystal Palace has a thing for Manchester City, right? We have all seen it before. But yeah, this time it was not going to happen, man. Manchester City came out on top. Manchester United, let me just go to it because I'm talking about Manchester, right? Manchester United went to Newcastle United, all right, to the League Cup winners. And boy, oh boy, of course, they dropped man like ONANA. They brought in Bayindir. But after the game, they were like, yeah, we need to have ONANA back because it's like taking out trash and then bringing in garbage. When you took off ONANA and brought on Bayindir, it's like you took off trash and you brought on garbage. I'm like, you expect it to work? Bayindir was liable for, was it the 4th goal? A poor kick out that he had, of course, was intercepted by, I think, Joe Linton. I think it fell to Bruno Guimaraes. And bam, 4-1. And I was like, goddamn. Not once this season, with ONANA, have they conceded 4 goals in one match in the Premier League. The only time they have conceded that was, I think, in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals when they lost 4-3 to Spurs. In the Premier League, they have not conceded 4 goals this season. Despite all the bad things they might want to say about ONANA, they have not conceded 4 goals with him. So, yeah, ONANA is definitely not the bad thing here, is he? Right? Or their goalkeepers are just trash, maybe. All the Manchester United goalkeepers are just trash. Because goddamn, ONANA after that game, I was like, yo, you and Manchester United, match made in heaven. You are inevitable for Manchester United. Because to what end, Manchester United? Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. Or should I say, ONANA arrives all the same. He is bound to be yours. You and ONANA cannot be separated. You should be together throughout. Unless you get another goalkeeper from outside there. Because Bayindir, nah, he's not the solution for sure. And then I cannot see how they handle now the return leg. When Lyon come to Old Trafford, I think this Thursday, right? Who is going to be the goalkeeper? Bayindir? ONANA? I don't know. I can't wait, man. It's a proper circus. 4 goals against Manchester for Newcastle United took them to a point below 3rd place Nottingham Forest. Mind you, Newcastle United have a game in hand. I think against Crystal Palace. They are playing this week, I think, on Wednesday. If Newcastle United win that game, they go 3rd, 2 points clear of Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest got beat by Everton during the weekend. 1-0, that's why. So, I mean, Newcastle United are moving quite well for themselves. It's looking quite nice. The only other person who has ever scored a brace against Manchester United from Newcastle in the Prem, Alan Shearer. Nobody else. Harvey Barnes now is the second person to do that. And it's so crazy for 2 things. For one, it's so crazy for 2 reasons, not one. One, Eddie Howe was not even in the dugout. He was sick. I think he was rushed to the hospital. Is it the Saturday night or Sunday morning? No, I think on Saturday. Second, Isak did not even score. As Manchester United were getting battered. Yeah, so it's for this one reason. It's for this reason why I feel like Manchester United, man, stuck at the number 14 position. Of course, just some points above Tottenham who are just moving mad. Manchester United and Tottenham should be like case studies. We should check how such big teams can be rocked at the bottom of 14, 15 positions with 6 games to go before the end of the season. Crazy. I don't understand, but that's what's happening for Manchester United. So, man, Manchester United, man, I know they're going to be hit with all those 4-1 memes. They're going to fly like crazy this week. So Manchester United, get ready. And you better pray to God that you don't get beat by Lyon. Yeah, because if Lyon knocks you out, Bro, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Speaking of knocking out, Arsenal is expected to knock out Real Madrid this coming week. I mean tomorrow. No, on Wednesday. When you travel to Santiago Bernabeu. We are 3-0 up, and maybe that's why we rested some of our players against Brentford. Of course, Saka did not start. Merino did not start. Who else did not start? Yuren Timber did not start. Luis Kelly did not start. So we kept quite a number of guys out against Brentford. We were playing Brentford. We drew 1-0. I mean, he scored a very good goal. Counter-attack. Partey started. Declan Rice started. Counter-attack. Spearheaded by David Raya, who threw the ball to Declan Rice, and then his progressive runs. You see the way Rice carries the ball. That's going to be a problem for Real Madrid. If they don't handle that, like they could not handle him at the Emirates, he's going to be a problem to them. A big one for that matter. So, of course, he carried the ball and then laid it out to Thomas Partey. Bang! 1-0 to the Arsenal. Deserved goal. We had a goal that was chopped off by, scored by Kieran Tierney, but he was offside, so that's cool. 1-0 against Brentford, and thinking, yeah, we got this. We can handle this. And then just some confusion at the back, especially on the, is it the left wing? Yeah, some confusion between Trossard and Martinelli, or who was it? That let that black dude from Brentford make that run and then the cross, and just everything went chaotic from there on, all the way to Johan Wissa, scoring an equalizer for Brentford. And we could not get ourselves back. Bukayo, of course, came on, tried to curl one at the low bottom corner, could not get it correctly, and the game ended in 1-1 draw. Now, that leaves Liverpool with just 6 points to win this game. Crazy. There is even a situation where they could win one game only and win the league. Like, let's say next weekend, I don't even know who Arsenal plays against, but if Arsenal does not win that game and maybe gets beat, Liverpool just need to win their game that weekend and win the league. That would be crazy. With the that would be game week 33 with like 5 games to go. That would be criminal. The only thing I don't want to do, and maybe I feel like I'll have to do it now, is give Liverpool a guard of honor. I know they're winning the league. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. I have no problem with it. But a guard of honor? Yeah. Just like the sound of it. It just sucks. Man, because the last time they won the league, guess who was the first team to give them a guard of honor? Arsenal. Well, we'll not be the first team to give them the guard of honor this season. That might be Chelsea. But, man, Jesus. A guard of honor again? Absolutely sucks. But yeah, so Liverpool just need 6 points to win the league. And they might do that against, I don't know who they play up against next, and then Leicester. They have 2 games before they play Chelsea and then Arsenal. So they might be getting a guard of honor against Chelsea. Yeah, it might even come as early as Leicester City, if nothing changes. So, yeah, man. So Arsenal drew. Of course, we rested a lot of players because we were going to Santiago Bernabeu. Of course, shall be digesting more about Santiago Bernabeu in the Extra Digest podcast shall be doing this week. I'm doing it with an Arsenal fan. I want to hear his thoughts on what he thinks about what Real Madrid are doing. They are having these motivational speeches on players. They're gonna play to the players. They're gonna close up the roof. They're gonna the Real Madrid ultras. They're gonna give us some crazy welcome. They're going to be there for the Bernabeu second leg. And I'm seeing Mbappe, I'm seeing Jude Bellingham, I'm seeing Vinny Jr. I'm seeing Vinny Jr., Jude, and Rodrigo telling Madridistas, like, yo, it's Wednesday. See you on Wednesday. This is our night. We can do it, yo. Salala. I have taken screenshots of those social media posts, bro, because they're going to serve as pure comedy when you knock them out on Wednesday. Because you are knocking them out. God damn, we are knocking them out. So, yeah, man, let's see how that's going to go down. It's going to be the second leg of second legs when Arsenal goes to Santiago Bernabeu. Liverpool won against West Ham 2-1. That's why they are like 2 games off from winning the league. Van Dijk with the winning goal. Of course, Mo Salah assisted the first goal to Luis Diaz, and then it was taken off. Then West Ham got themselves back. And bam, Virgil van Dijk scored some minutes later after the West Ham had gotten the equalizer to make it 2-1. Of course, now Liverpool, like I said before, 6 points that they're winning this league. That's fine and dandy. I'm okay with that. I've made peace with that. Chelsea were playing against Ipswich, the Tractor Boys, and Karibu Alimwe. The Tractor Boys could have plowed Chelsea. You know, they were like 2-0 up by halftime. And I'm like, yo, Chelsea, I know you're atrocious, right? And Chelsea have finally gotten off the top 5 because they should not be there, in my opinion. They are a bad team. They should not be the top 5 of the Premier League. 2-0 down. It was crazy. I'm like, Chelsea, come on now. What's going on, dog? Like, seriously, yeah. So they got themselves back. Kukurea scored just a few minutes after halftime, after the second half. They got in the second half, and then, of course, Jadon Sancho carved a pala, a fantastic goal to make it 2-2. That just was it. Chelsea could not get the winner, so 2-2, of course. I think now they're number 6 or something. Definitely out of the top 5. So, yeah, that's what's up with Chelsea. Any other thing that happened that was talking about? I mean, this Monday we have Bournemouth versus Fulham happening. Yeah, Crystal Palace beat Manchester. No, they got beat by Manchester City. Manchester United, of course, got smacked. Liverpool won against West Ham. Arsenal drew with Brentford. Chelsea drew with Ipswich. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Everton beat Nottingham Forest in the dying minutes. Doucouré, a heck of a counter-attack. Fantastic goal as well. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything worth talking about. So, of course, after this, it's the Champions League, man. You're going to be doing Extra Digest podcast. Be on the lookout for that. You're going to have a lot of fun. Again, ONANA is inevitable for Manchester United. And do you know what? And I was saying this, like, when I was doing the reaction after that. When Amorim comes back crawling to beg ONANA to have him back in the squad, guess what ONANA is going to tell you? You could not live with your own failure. Look what that brought you. Back to me, goddammit. Yeah, because I'm inevitable like that for Manchester United. Yeah. ONANA, bro, yo, he's having a laugh. He's having a laugh after seeing what Bayern did against Newcastle United. So, yeah, that's how the cookie crumbled on match week 32. We have 6 games to go to the end of the league. End of the season, basically. And, of course, the Champions League is kicking off the second legs this week. And, of course, the second legs of the Europa League as well. So many balanced ties you can't really call. So let's see how that cookie is going to crumble. Till the next time, 5,000 subscribers.